You're watching CBC TV 8 in beautiful Barbados.
And a very good afternoon to you. I'm Lisa Lloyd with the CBC News at noon. The Barbados Water Authority is cautioning residents in hard-hit water outage areas against threatening the authority's tanker workers out in the field. The appeal has come from General Secretary of the BWU, Tony Moore, who says the concerns were raised by workers during a recent meeting.
It is with regret that we have to say that some members of the authority, some workers of the authority, have been receiving threats from the public for not delivering water in their areas. I say regrettable because for members of the public to attribute some blame to workers who themselves are being impacted for not providing water is really unfortunate. And I say that because some of the workers who are being attacked are in fact living in the areas where there are water shortages.
The BWU General Secretary says some of the threats have even been referred to police by those workers who have been affected.
The Executive Council of the Barbados Workers Union would wish to urge the public that wherever there are those small pockets of dissenting voices that would take things to this kind of extreme, that you recognize the situation for what it is. We believe that where solutions are possible, that these solutions do not reside with the average worker or the worker on the front line that you will be coming in contact with on a day-to-day basis. And this is just my special appeal to desist from this particular behavior.
Cabinet has approved the long-awaited amendments to the Domestic Violence Act, and that's according to Transport Minister Michael Lashley, who says it was done when Cabinet met last Thursday. He told the Democratic Labour Party St. Michael East branch meeting over the weekend that one of the major changes identifies the types of relationship under which people can get protection. Mr. Lashley says government recognizes that domestic violence is one of those challenges that, if not dealt with properly, will have a serious impact on society.
As it stands, if a man visit a so-called friend during the day or night, and he perpetrates some act of violence on that person, whether it be, well, let me say person, then he cannot make an application on the Domestic Violence Act, because the Domestic Violence Act, as it stands, recognizes spouse, former spouse, or member of the household.
Meantime, President of the SAVE Foundation, Lisselle Daisy, tells CBC it's a relief that the amendments have been approved.
It's long in coming, long overdue, as we know. I'm just very excited, very happy that it's been amended, and I'm sure that it would make a difference going forward in terms of women being protected and families being protected and children being protected. We'll also see perpetrators of domestic violence being treated more seriously and that they feel the full weight of the law.
A former drug user says he is shocked at how easily accessible hard drugs are in Barbados. Barry Sobers, a Barbadian who grew up in the United States, returned to the island about 6 years ago. He believes that such easy access of illegal substances poses a serious problem for those with drug addictions.
I was surprised at the amount of cocaine that was in Barbados after I, knew where I could get it. But then I thought about it. We're in close proximity to Colombia, so it's not really that far. So I was thinking maybe a lot passes through here going to other places. This is like a stop and drop off point. So I was just like telling myself, I hope heroin never comes down here.
Mr. Sobers is currently enrolled in a program of the Barbados Vagrants and Homeless Society, which seeks to reintegrate marginalized citizens into society. While the Barbados Revenue Authority is preparing to launch a new property revaluation exercise across the island, it says that the exercise is expected to take 15 months and will end in March next year. As a result, the BRA is advising homeowners to look out for its valuation officers in their neighborhoods. The officers will be assessing properties and taking pictures. The BRA says that they will be carrying identification cards which should be shown on request. And members of the public are being advised that the Coastal Zone Management Unit, or CZMU, will be performing a series of geotechnical investigations around the island using a drone beginning next week. As a result, unmanned aerial vehicle operations will be performed at select locations across the island from Monday, January 18th to Friday, February 12th. These operations will be conducted between 6 in the morning and 6 in the evening. Areas under consideration include the parish of St. Lucie, Ocean City Christchurch, Marleyville, Harry Smith and Fortescue in St. Philip. The work will be carried out by Helimetrics through the use of a UAV operated by 3 staff members who will be wearing clothing bearing the company's logo. The investigation will focus on the vertical face of the cliffs along the coastline and is not expected to cause any significant disruption to residences or businesses. The drone is equipped with cameras and surveying equipment and operates in an unobtrusive manner. Well, more Barbadians are buying Mazda vehicles thanks in part to the lower price. Brand manager for McInerney Quality Inc., Johnny Tudor, says a weaker Japanese yen has meant that the price of the car has dropped.
The Mazda 3 is a fantastic car. Mazda used to be the car of choice many years ago, and the price was a little prohibitive because the Japanese yen was not favorable to the Barbados currency, and it would have forced the cost of the Mazda cars because it's one of the best quality cars that comes out of the Japanese market. What has happened now is that the yen is very weak against the US dollar, which we are tied to, and that gives us a pretty good advantage with our costs, our first costs at the port, which has reduced the price of the Mazda 3 significantly. And in recognizing that, we are expecting a big year at McInerney with Mazda because the price has come down and it is now very competitive against the other cars in the market.
Mr. Tudor made the comment during a grand prize event at Flo's Windsor Lodge St. Michael headquarters. 32-year-old private contractor Raphael Turney of Edge Hill St. Thomas won the grand prize of a Mazda 3 in Flo's Christmas promotion. His fiancée Diana Limo was on hand to share in the celebration. The father of 2, who successfully tried one of 2 keys to win the car, said he was overjoyed.
It is a great feeling. I didn't have a clue as to what it was coming up here for. I was just given a time and told to come. Left work a little late and got here a little late, but obviously for a good reason.